All right, welcome back, guys. We have Bishop Kelly Knights here. Um, and with me, if you guys want to introduce yourselves, just to start us off, just a little introduction about you guys.
Coach Logan Ball going into my ninth. Oh, Coach Logan Ball going into my ninth year here at Bishop Kelly.
Wyatt Cowan. Going in my second year. I'm a senior at Bishop Kelly.
I'm RJ Alamond. I'm a senior defender at Bishop Kelly.
Yeah, awesome, guys. So, Coach, you want to talk a little bit about your background? So this is your ninth year as head coach, correct?
Yeah. I'm originally from upstate New York. I moved out here in 2017 to the Boise area, and 2018, that spring, I was hired on by BK, and yeah, haven't looked back since. Um, my playing career, I played at Onondaga Community College, won a couple junior college national championships there, and then went on to play Division I lacrosse at University of Hartford.
Cool. Yeah. We've got here uh 67 to 26 record over your last 8 seasons, which that's great. You guys are really killing it over there. And a lot of players are going on to play at the next level coming out of this program. You guys are doing a fantastic job. Um, Program focus, like coming into this season, we've got total buy-in to the program, team first mentality, strong senior leadership, setting standards early. Um, what else for preseason would you like to expand on those or talk about?
Yeah, throughout our winter workouts that we've been doing, starting in December, it actually one of my new assistant coaches, Paul O'Neill, came up with this phrase, and I mean it's nothing too crazy, but he just asked the guys quite often, like, do we want to be great or do we want to be average? So it's the mentality of wanting to be great every single day, whether it's in the weight room, whether it's in the classroom, whether it's on the field, just not taking plays off. Like if we're out there, obviously there's time to just like relax, like toss the ball around. But if we're out there to take it serious, like take it serious all the time.
Hmm.
So the goal and the mentality this year is don't be average, be great.
Yeah. Um, you guys bring in some new coaches this year, and who are they, and what do they mean for the
Yeah,
program?
so we got a pretty new staff, especially on the varsity side. I'm the only full-time varsity returning coach. A couple of our assistants got job opportunities, moved out of town. Coach Tim went on to Mountain View. But yeah, we got offensive coordinator Paul O'Neill, recently graduated from College of Idaho. He was a two-time All-American there. Coach Jay Bennett has been the defensive coordinator for Eagle for the past couple years. Is coming over, so we're really excited to get him working with our defense. Coach Mars Seguin, who primarily has been a JV coach and a face-off coach for the program, is going to be a full-time varsity coach this year, coaching our face-off guys, and then helping wherever else he's needed. And then Coach Trevin Hall, who recently was the goalie coach at College of Idaho, and then helping with their defense a little bit. We got him to help out our goalies this year. So yeah,
Cool.
really experienced staff. All of them have coached travel ball with me with True Lacrosse in the past. So it's just a really good young group of coaches, but I've noticed like a lot of times like the players really enjoy getting coached by the younger guys because they're seeing the
Yeah.
same TikTok trends, card breaks, whatever it may be. So it definitely can lighten the mood when we're getting on the guys when they realize like, oh, they're close to my age, like we have similar interests. The buy-in and trust from an
Hmm.
earlier standpoint is definitely noticed on the field. And I mean, I'm sure these guys can attest to it just throughout some winter workouts, the relationship that they're starting to build, and especially like Wyatt with Coach Paul and then RJ with Coach Jay
Hmm.
so far.
Yeah. I'd love to hear from you guys about your coaches and what they teach you, what they mean to you guys, and what those relationships look like.
Yeah, like Coach Paul said, Coach Paul, like I've been getting a better relationship with Coach Paul, trying to like get to know what he is. Um, and it's like great having him as a coach because he just came out of college. so that I'm going into college next year. I'm learning what college guys need to do. Like, how do I get better? How do I play at that standard as college guy? And basically practicing that through practices, having that mentality of what college guys would do. And then
Mhm.
he's also a very smart coach. Like we've already been going over some of our offenses. It's gonna be great.
Awesome.
Yeah, I mean, we really owe everything to our coaches, and I've learned especially a lot from Coach Logan just throughout these last few years. And I owe a lot of my development to Coach Logan, and then I'm excited to work with Coach Jay this coming year and really kind of pick his brain and get to know a lot about him and what he knows and has to offer for the game. So I'm really excited.
Cool. Yeah. So I kind of want to know a little bit about plans after high school. What you guys got going for you, uh, and what that is going to be.
Yeah, I am going next year to play Division 1 at Queen's University in Charlotte, so
Cool.
I'm really excited.
Yeah.
Should be a lot of fun.
Um, I'm also going to play college ball. I'm going to Northwest Nazarene University to go play Division 2 ball, so it's gonna be really cool.
Nice. Great opportunities. So a question for RJ. What's your main focus was this off season, heading into your senior year, last year here, what uh what were your focuses this off season on your game? What were you trying to improve?
I was really just trying to improve as being an all-around leader. I feel like in the past I've kind of not done a great job, so really filing that down and making sure this year that I can lead the team in the way that the team needs to be led. So that was my biggest focus.
Yeah, nice. Leadership's super important. And as a defender, what parts of your game really helped you earn that Division 1 opportunity?
I feel I'm very good at my on ball as well as off ball and being able to talk a defense through what needs to happen. I really enjoy playing good team defense and communicating through slides and twos and all of that, as well as putting the ball on the ground, picking it up, and getting it up the field. So just doing those little things is really takes me a long way.
Hmm. And this, I mean, I know what you said probably goes into this as well, but for leadership on the defensive end, uh, what do you like try and do, and what does leadership look like? Uh,
For me, I really just try and stay, or I'm trying to stay calm and collected. I feel like if I can keep my cool, then everybody else around me can keep our cool. And when we play our game and we stick to what we know what to do, we're going to be an unstoppable unit this year. So I'm excited.
Awesome. Yeah. What standards do you feel responsible for with these younger vendors coming in? Yeah, what standards are you trying to uphold and instill into these younger guys?
Just every day, every time we're on the field, going 100%. You know, every time we step on that field, we should be preparing like we're preparing for a state championship or something like that. Like the level never drops, no matter the day or the time. We always should be going 100% and pushing each other to be the best we can.
Hmm. Totally. Anything coming into this final season that really excites you? That's different from last year, maybe. Yeah. What gets you fired up this season?
I'm really just excited to play with this group of guys. You know, I love everybody on this team. I'm so excited to play with them and really just to be able to enjoy, like, no stress, just go out there, have fun with the guys and,
Hmm.
just go play some ball. So, I'm really looking forward to that.
Yeah, that's what it's
Yeah,
all
it
about.
gets me excited. Yeah.
Yeah. Uh, that's RJ, anchor of that defense. Going to play D1 ball, and it that's great. I'm so happy for you. That's awesome.
Thank you. Thank you.
I'm gonna ask Wyatt a couple questions here. Um, so last year led the team in goals. Do you see your role changing at all coming into this next season? And
Um,
if so, what is that gonna look like?
I hope I hope not, but also I also want to step into a more last year I was a more inside finisher kind of role. I want to step into more of a dodging, feeding, kind of leading that
Hmm.
offense on the attack. So I kind of want to step into that role instead of just being the inside finishing guy.
Yeah. Um, And same question I asked him, what were you focused on for improving in the off season? What parts of your game were you really working on?
I was really working on my dodging in the off season. My dodging hasn't been great overall, but I think I've really stepped up in that dodging like aspect, and like also like kind of like how RJ said, I'm trying to step up as like a leader on the
Hmm.
team and try to lead with example there.
Yeah, definitely. So yeah, kind of with that leadership, how are you helping the younger guys, younger attackmen, like find their confidence, find their groove in the program, like early in the year?
Um, like if we mess up, like some of the young guys will mess up quite a bit, and that's okay. They're young, they're new to the game, and I'm always like trying to help them, trying to tell them what they need to do differently, like telling them it's gonna be okay, like we're good, like just brush off, next play matters, and like don't
Hmm.
like stick on the like little things.
Yeah. What gets you fired up for this season?
Uh, Mainly like our bond on the team. I think we have a really really good like team bond this year.
Hmm.
Last year we were kind of in like groups. And this year I think everybody has a good bond with each other. So I'm really excited to play that like that.
Yeah, super important. Yeah, the team bond, like that's really what creates a team.
Mhm.
That foundation is so important. And how is your leadership role on the offense going to be different uh, this season than last?
Um, I'm hoping I'm gonna be able to like lead the team instead of like just kind of sitting there waiting for everybody else to call plays. Like kind of tell people where they're going. Um, like being able to help out where I can, and then like on the field, kind of like commanding and like helping out, like calling the plays and all that stuff.
Yeah, that's awesome. That is Wyatt, who great player. Like I said earlier, led the team in goals last season, just killing it. Also playing some D2 ball next year. And I've got a couple questions for you, Coach.
Yeah.
Um, what are you still learning about this team as preseason right now and coming into the season? What are you still learning about the guys?
Yeah, I mean, I think we haven't officially started tryouts yet, so figuring out guys' roles is going to be really imperative. We start tryouts on Tuesday, and then that following week after that Valentine's Day weekend, just especially short stick wise, like trying guys at attack, trying guys at midfield, what midfield groups might work well with each other. Because we're going to have a good amount of people in new roles compared to some of the guys that we lost last year. And then just who obviously these guys are stepping up as leaders, but then just who else is really going to step into
Hmm.
that like vocal leadership role, that lead by example. But it gets me really excited because I mean, we got a pretty big senior class of I think it's like 13 or 14 guys, and I mean it's like 13 or 14 leaders.
Yeah,
So the senior class is going to be great for us this year. Um, we got a lot of multi-sport athletes, a lot of football guys on the team that like Coach Kulig and Coach Brennan, even before him at within the BK football program. Yes, it's just such a great culture, and
Mhm.
their ability to share athletes with us and vice
yeah,
versa has been really instrumental to our success. And I'm excited for those football guys that won their state championship in this past November. So I'm hoping they just bring that same mentality, that same work ethic.
yeah,
So then the standard just gets elevated just whenever we're on the field.
totally. And like you were saying earlier with this new coaching staff, what were some of your priorities like when building this staff? Like who were you looking for and what kind of characteristics and stuff were you looking for when building this?
Yeah, whenever I hire a coach, it's got to be somebody that I trust. So having a previous relationship with all of these coaches was very important to me. I mean, just Paul, for example, he is a graduate of BK. He was
Mhm.
when I first got hired in 2018, he was a freshman and he was on that varsity team. He was the only freshman on varsity his freshman year, so he was the first kid I ever got to coach at BK for 4 straight years. Um, and then I've gotten to coach him for a while, and then just getting to coach with Mars being a part of the program for so long, and then Coach Trev and Coach Jay coaching in the true realm with us. Just having that trust is super important for me, because obviously I'm like in charge of the program, but I can't do everything. So I
Yeah.
need to know that these guys, we all align in our goals, in our mindset, in our mentality, in our defensive, offensive philosophies, that we're all going to be coaching the similar techniques, that everybody's on the same page.
Yeah.
So that's really the biggest thing that goes into like when I'm looking to hire a new coach, whether it's for varsity or JV. I think at the JV side, the coaching staff remains very similar to last year. Coach Adam went over to Mountain View. He was one of our Tim snagged him. He was one of our JV coaches, but we got Coach Dillon going into his 9th year, similar to myself, and then Coach Matt Turner, Coach Scott Morse. They're both coming back. They've been a part of the program for a couple years now, and then we're bringing on Coach Matt Paulson, who, similar to Paul, he was a BK grad in 22, so he understands what BK lacrosse is about,
Mm-hmm.
and instilling that in those, especially in that JV program where it is a lot of freshmen and sophomores and even juniors that might be new to the game, and making sure even if a senior wants to play and he ends up on JV, he's going to have a good time. And then that freshman, sophomore, junior class, they understand what it means to play Bishop Kelly lacrosse and
Yeah.
what the standard is. Since I've been there and I've developed the culture of like, hey, we do things a certain way, and it might be different than than some other programs. But I think it's a pretty good system, and I mean, I feel like the wins have shown.
Yeah, definitely. Um, and another, like, kind of what you were just talking about, with, philosophies and everything. Like, is there anything new that you have that you're going to introduce this season? And what are those kind of ideals or philosophies?
Yeah, I mean, I think in terms of philosophies, it's not going to be a ton of new stuff. I think it is just more so looking at a short window. Obviously, everybody's goal at the beginning of the season is win a state championship, but it's February 7th. The state championship is May 18th.
Yeah.
So we're not worried about what's happening in May right now. We're worried about being the best team we can be in the month of February, and then just starting to think about that March 11th game versus Mountain View.
Yeah.
And I think a narrow view and making sure these kids focus on the task at hand. And like I said, we don't need to think about a state championship. We don't need to think about all state awards until May. Like once
Yeah.
May hits, okay, then we start playoffs, then we get into the voting for that stuff. If we take care of what we need to take care of every single game, those
For
things will
sure.
fall into place.
Yeah. One step at a time. I like it.
Mm-hmm.
And
Got a question from the audience here at the Lacrosse Network. Brandon Peachin. This one's for the players. In our short time with what we have left in our segment, I want to hear a couple things. As seniors, you've been at this 4 years. There's a couple of got a little bit of it and giving it back. So, what matchups are you looking for in particular this season, just to kind of have some fun as we get into it? Some key guys you're looking to go against this year.
Um, I'm probably most looking forward to go against Trevin or Britain this year. I
Okay.
play true with them, so there's kind of always that like friendly rivalry going on with that one.
I'm just excited to beat up on this guy in practice every day. And everybody else on my team, I'm really just like this year. I'm excited to play with my teammates. So playing against Jonah, Rowan, all those guys on my team, I can't wait for those matchups and play those day in and day out.
Yeah.
How about for you, Coach? Any key matchups you're looking to coach against this year?
I always love coaching against my old coaches. I mean, Coach Tim, Coach Eli, Coach Nate, all these guys that I've developed personal relationships with. It's always some fun, friendly banter from coaching box to coaching box. So yeah, I mean those are the big ones, and then we've developed a really good relationship with Bishop Minogue out of Reno, so I'm always really excited when they're coming up to town. Coach Peacock's got a really good team down there, and there's some club kids that I've coached on that team. So yeah, anybody that I got a personal relationship, and then all these kids on other teams that play for me in the summer. It's always fun to coach against those guys.
Yeah. Thank you guys for being here, taking the time out of your day to come out and talk about the season, talk about everything. Coming into this season, Bishop Kelly, strong senior leadership, proven development, and a lot of players going to the next level here. Very decorated program, and a new staff, and they are ready to get things started this season. And you said first game was March
11th.
March 11th
Yep.
is when their season kicks off. So yeah, thank you guys for being here.
Yeah, thank you.
Yeah, no, thank you for having us. Thank you to Mountain Lacrosse Network for setting up this whole day and the proud streaming service of Bishop Kelly Lacrosse. So
Yeah,
make sure
excited to
you're
call those
following
games.
and tuning in.